Okay, class, we are working on 4.4, starting in your books on page 251, write linear equations in standard form. We have 4 vocabulary words to define. The first would be slope. Again, not new. I think most of you are sticking with the definition of rise over run. Slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b, where m is your slope, b is your y-intercept. And what we learned just recently, point-slope form, y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. So today we're going to introduce another form. Our goal is to write equations in the standard form. And standard form, a x plus b y equals c. So x and y are on this side, our constant is on the other side. So on page 251, going along with example 1 and 2, it says write 2 equations in standard form that are equivalent. So x minus y equals 3. If we want them to be equivalent, we need to multiply everything in the equation by the same number. So one example might be times 2. So we'd have 2x minus 2y equals 6. We could then choose to multiply by 10. 10x minus 10y equals 30. Doesn't matter as long as everything in the equation, our x, our y, and our constant are being multiplied by the same number. Example 1 and 2, and I have written steps up here, so you might want to write these steps down as your notes. It says write an equation in standard form of the line through the point 3, -1 and 2, -3. So step 1 I've identified as finding the slope, y2 minus y1, minus the -1 is +1, x2, which is 2, minus x1, which is 3. So -3 plus 1 is -2, and 2 minus 3 is -1. That leaves in our best form our slope as 2 over 1. Once we've identified the slope, we move to step 2, write in point slope form. I'm going to remind you that I always use the first point. You have a choice. You can use either of the coordinate points. So y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. So y minus a -1 would be y plus 1 equals our slope, which we said was 2, times x minus our x1, which is 3. So y plus 1, and over here I need to distribute to get it into its best form, 2x, and 2 times -3 would be -6. And I'm actually starting here on step 3, rewriting it into standard form. So looking at like items, I can get this one to the other side. I would have y equals 2x minus 7. To get it in the right form, I need to get my 2x to the other side, so I'm going to subtract. -2x plus y equals -7. I now have it in ax plus by equals c. This goes along with example 3 and 4. It's on page 252. Write the equations for the horizontal and vertical lines that pass through the given point. And if you recall, you can look back page 155 where we talked about vertical and horizontal lines before. So in this case, my x value is 8. So the equation would be x equals -8. And my y value is -9. So the equation would be y equals -9. X equals -8. The value of x is always -8. That's going to give us our vertical line. Y equals -9. The value is always -9. It's going to give us our horizontal line. Same directions here. Write the equation of the horizontal and vertical lines. In this case, x would be 13. Y would be -5. Here it says find the missing coefficient in the equation of the line that passes through the given point. Write the completed equation. So I have steps listed over here. Find the value of b by substituting in the coordinates for x and y. So my equation is -4x plus by equals 7. Negative 4, instead of x, I'm going to put in negative 1, plus b times my y value, which is 1, equals 7. Negative 1 times negative 4 is 4, plus b, 1 times b, equals 7. We're going to subtract 4 from each side, and we end up with b equals 3. That's the first part of the directions. It then says rewrite the completed equation. So negative 4x, and instead of b, plus 3y equals 7. One more example like that. We have ax plus y equals negative 3. So a times my x value, which is 2, plus, instead of y, I'm going to put in my y value, which is 11, equals negative 3. 2a plus 11 equals negative 3. Subtract 11 from each side. 2a equals negative 14. Divide both sides by 2. A is going to equal negative 7. So you rewrite it in the correct form. Oops, somewhere I've lost my pen here. Here I am. Sorry. I would have negative 7x plus y equals negative 3. And that is it, guys. If you have questions, bring them to class.